golan-globus. Tippy-Tap, 35?
I think 36.
I think it's 35, which would be very coincidental because you know what 311 marks for me, Murray?
Is it the same for me?
Well, I don't think you're turning 35, but I am.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I wish I was turning 35.
I wish I was. Wait, no, that doesn't work at all.
Griff, at the beginning of the year, I said my New Year's resolution was that we're going to get new guests, more guests. We're going to eventually have guests take over the show. We're not even going to be on anymore.
Oh, that's going to be real good.
Yeah.
I like that. We'll still rake in all the fucking dirty letters and everything. We'll do that hard work.
Yeah. We'll still talk into the envelopes. Is that what you said we did on that one?
Well, yeah, we whisper into envelopes and send them out to people. I'm surprised you remembered that.
I am too. But I've come through, Griff.
Okay.
Because we have a brand new guest. He's an old Twitter friend of mine, but he's a brand new guest. His body is Indiana, but his heart and his soul still remains here, right in Michigan. This is our buddy, Mr. Matt Socey. How you doing, Matt?
How's it going, miscreants?
Miscreants? These are words that millennials don't know. What, miscreants?
Yeah, you don't know that?
Miscreants.
He doesn't know that.
I don't.
You have to.
There's no time to look up. The research team is not on staff today. It's too cold. Also,
how is it up there?
Very fucking cold.
Yeah, it's
today.
miserable.
Miserable.
We're about to cover a very hot Miami voice
I know
episode.
what we're doing. We're going from one extreme to the other.
Yeah, and we're on the other spectrum.
I got to say, Matt and I have something in common.
What is
We're
that?
both from crime-ridden, dying car factory cities. He's from Flint, and I'm from Pontiac. So,
oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, so we've seen shit, Griff.
Seen some shit.
Yeah.
I was there so long ago the water was drinkable.
No. That's a...
He remembers when Michael Moore was skinny.
Oh, wow. That is something to remember.
Yeah.
Like, seeing Michael Moore skinny is very funny to me.
Well, by comparison, so...
Oh, well, even still. Where a hat actually fit on his head. Now he's got the Lauren Avedon hat because his head is so big. But that might be his ego.
His what?
His ego.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, we got to one-ear this shit. Especially with the furnace
You say
going.
ego, but you don't know miscreant? All right.
Ego is a three-letter word. I know all the three-letter word. Try, lie, try.
Die, like this
die,
bit is dying. Yeah.
D. Okay.
But like we said, we got a very hot episode.
Very hot episode.
Very hot show.
I think it's fun that we're doing a show. We're doing an episode. Oh, we can't get to that yet. This isn't about me. This is about how the hell did you get into Miami Vice, man? Were you just a child sitting at the TV and this came on and you were like, this is blowing my mind here?
Part of it was that I didn't, it's one of the best shows to watch when you didn't have a driver's license. I'm a little bit older than the elder of the show, and I was in middle school when it came out. I had also seen the Michael Mann film Thief, which show suggestion, but take it for what it's worth. And it was the show on Friday nights on NBC by Hunter. But it was glossy, and I remember watching the cop shows of the 70s. My dad liked watching those, and there was nothing else like it besides the wall-to-wall music and the fashion, which everybody tried. Everybody tried. It's kind of like when I was 16, I got to see Tina Turner at Pine Knob. It was great to see her. I didn't need the other 40-year-olds in the audience to try to dress like her. So Peach, sales of peach and pink jackets skyrocketed even in Michigan, and that's how much of an impact it had.
He ain't lying, man. It was people were dressing like that, and you probably were too young to have the scruff. Did you try to get that junior high scruff going on?
Yeah, I couldn't do the 5 o'clock shadow. I couldn't be Don Johnson. I'd have to. It wouldn't be until I was in college when everybody was growing goatees because it was the early 90s.
Yeah, that was
the goatee era.
We all went through that period too.
You had the goatee too?
I had a goatee, yeah.
Oh my!
I didn't have it for long. I'm not a big facial hair guy, so I can only last a few months and I have to get rid of it.
Yeah,
but I've had. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, my senior year at Ball State, the big show was Camelot. So all the guys had to grow them already, and I wound up doing another play, but mine was the only goatee that didn't connect. The mustache and the beard wouldn't connect. So somebody who had a great goatee for a 22-year-old suggested a black marker.
Oh no!
Which I did not do.
Okay, good. Holy shit!
I'm glad you brought up glossy when you were describing Miami Vice. I got a hot take. It just fits this hot episode.
Oh, go for it.
And I can already hear Jack Baudelaire sharpening his knives for me when he hears of this. I do not like Michael Mann's aesthetic at all. It's corny to me. It's like this show is it felt very dated to me. I mean, it's just like I was cringing. I'm sorry, I was cringing at the dialogue at the beginning of this episode. It was just like pseudo tough guy talk.
But you got to put yourself in the mind of you back in the 80s, though. Like I get to do this as an adult because this wasn't my time. I wasn't even born yet. So I get to be critical of it and say it's cringy. But I
can't be because I lived it at the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I don't know. I like my violence gritty and ugly. I don't like that glossy, cool kind of vibe. I don't know if I'm inarticulate, so I can't explain it. But
you too?
Yeah,
I've got it's going around.
I know. We should just do a podcast. Be two inarticulate idiots.
I can't even say the word. Inarticulate.
So I just want to put that out there at the hot take. We're gonna go viral with that one.
Yeah.
Don't like Michael Mann. Sorry.
Mann. When I guess the story is, I can't remember which one of it might have been Michael Mann who just, when he was brainstorming, just wrote on a notepad MTV Cops.
That makes perfect sense.
Right? And that's exactly what this is. I mean,
that's a good point.
The film Thief, which I mentioned earlier, I believe he was the first one, or at least the first one that I remember, you had to wet down the road, even if it wasn't raining, because it looked cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Everything looks sharper. Yeah, I get it.
You get the reflection and lighting on that. So that made sense. So yeah, I think, because I mean, like I said, the cop films in the 70s, it was a lot of brown tweed jackets and that sort of thing. So
that's my scene. Yeah, I like that scene.
So the fact is, they had to gloss it up and glam it up, and it also helped that they were being undercover. They had their undercover identities and the flashy cars and the flashy clothes and all that. I dress like Castillo normally.
That's the captain.
That's the cap. I love the
Edward
captain
James
in
Olmos.
this show. This captain is the best captain I've ever come across.
But you're right. 70s was really great. That's why I like 70s crime stuff, because it was gritty as all hell.
And of course, when Murray was bringing up that we're going to have you on, he's like, "Hey, we got a guest who wants to do Columbo." Columbo is my fucking show. Like I've been seeing somebody lately, and I was like, "You're gonna watch Columbo," and she was like, "What the fuck is Columbo?" And I was like, "You're gonna like Columbo."
She never heard of Columbo? I could see not watching
heard of it.
Wow.
Well, I didn't even know. I hadn't really even heard of Columbo 5 years ago.
Oh, man.
7 years ago, and I just started because I was on Netflix, and I was like, "I love this so much," and I've been watching it every Sunday since.
One of my proudest dad moments. My daughter is 20, and I think I turned her on to Columbo when she was probably 8 or 9, because at the time she was really into Scooby-Doo, because you have to.
Hell
I guess.
yeah.
And I said to her, and I was explaining the concept of the whodunit, and I said, "How would you like to see something where it's done right at the beginning, and you have to figure out how to get caught?" And that turned her on immediately, and we started watching it. And got her hooked, and that's something we still watch. When she comes home from school, and have all the seasons. Peter Falk just has a wallet that says "bad motherfucker." That's all. The last 5 minutes of Columbo is one of the most satisfying forms of entertainment, TV or otherwise.
Oh, it's so satisfying. It's so good. I love it so much. Just the way a cop interacts with human beings as a human being. It's so satisfying to see.
There's something about watching that and then going, "Up yours, Robert Culp."
One of the first things Murray bought me was a Peter Falk autobiography.
I think it was.
Yeah, it's still right up there. It's out in the open for everybody to see when they walk in.
You need to learn about Peter Falk.
Everybody needs to know. I went.
Which eye is his glass eye, Griff?
Left eye.
See, you knew
How many
that.
Emmys does he have?
Oh, I don't know that. 7.
No, he got 4 for the. I think
4
4 for the original run. His first 2 films, supporting actor nominations.
Okay.
Not bad. There was I was with my wife teaches theater here in town, and we were at a conference, and there was an episode, it was one with John Cassavetes, and the girls that were working the tech crews all said, "That sounds like the grandpa from The Princess Bride." I said, "Yeah, it comes to what he looks like circa 1970."
Yeah. What did they do? I just watched it recently on Criterion. Mickey and Nicky.
I love Mickey and Nicky.
That was a very, very good movie. I didn't realize I liked John Cassavetes until like they were like, "Hey, you remember this Columbo episode?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do." And they're like, "This is John Cassavetes. He's a director, and he's in this." So I've been watching those. I watched a couple.
Great piece of trivia on that is it looks and feels like a John Cassavetes film. He's just an actor in it. That was written and directed by Elaine May.
Oh no shit. Okay, oh man. All right, we can't talk Columbo all day. We got to talk.
I thought Miami boy. And since we're all Michigan boys, we had to do the Michigan from your hometown, Griff.
My fucking hometown of dear old Redford. We talked about it. You're from Flint. Murray over here is from Pontiac. Well, you're not quite from Pontiac, but you've lived there the longest of your life. Yeah. You're cheering for a certain Bills team tonight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
My side bitch.
Your side bitch, okay. Yeah. And of course, baby boy Griff over here. I'm from sweet old Redford, same town as Ted Nugent. Deadly Tedley.
Yeah, Matt, what's your feelings on Ted Nugent?
I got to see him in concert many times. I got to meet him twice. I'm happy that my daughter's now too old for his taste. So you got that going for you. But I mean, one of the first big concerts I went to was him. I was 15. My brother is 6 years older than me, and we saw it at Cobo Hall. We had third level, so that's where all the smoke went. My first major contact high.
Oh, Murray's favorite.
Yeah, saw a couple of his New Year's Eve shows, and then the first time I met him was at a hunting show, because you have a hunting show every weekend in Michigan.
Yes,
every weekend. And then the episode had already come out, and I asked how he got the Miami Vice episode, and his standard answer was NBC wanted somebody to kick Don Johnson's ass, and I raised my hand and said, "I'll do it."
Oh my God. I'm so glad to hear that. That is not
so Seagal-esque.
That is the worst.
Yeah. It is. And then when I was in college, I got to interview the drummer for Damn Yankees and got to see them backstage. Well, that's the angle. Jack Blades, Tommy Shaw, Ted Nugent, and that guy. So, and anyway, did a meet and greet and reminded Ted of that hunting show. And he's like, "Why are you down here in Indiana?"
I think the guy who lives in fucking nowhere, Jackson, Michigan.
Jeez.
Yeah, but he owns a good chunk of it. So there's that.
It's him and the prison. It's basically Jackson.
One of the militia. Don't forget the militia.
Right.
Well,
did you guys hear? He's turned on George W. Bush. He says George W. Bush is deep state now. The guy, he actually left in the 2000s. He left Michigan to live in Crawford, Texas, to be near George W. Bush, and now George W. Bush isn't crazy enough for him. What the fuck?
We live in the silliest of worlds.
We do.
We really do.
But we have to say about Ted Nugent. I think we all agree on this. You can separate the art from the artist. I do like some Ted Nugent.
Yeah,
songs.
There's some Ted Nugent that's fun.
Yeah,
back when he didn't seem like a total shitlord.
Right.
Yeah. I thought it was funny when you're like, my daughter's not at an age where she could like. You have to be 80 years or older to like Ted Nugent.
No, he's talking about Ted would want to sleep with his daughter because he's a perv.
Oh.
Look up the interview in High Times, gang.
No.
How is there an interview in High Times from Mr. Straight Edge fucking Ted Nugent?
Wait, he's straight edge?
Yes. That's his whole thing. He's like, I don't do drug or drink.
You're telling me he was on Miami Vice.
It It was that interview where he admitted to crapping his pants to avoid getting drafted.
I know that one.
And of course, he got custody of a young lady to have the custody of a young lady. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
I think Steven Tyler did that too.
Yeah, so there's a fun tour.
Who is the big director too that did that?
I don't know.
Oh, he did. Oh my God, he was huge. Woody Allen. Didn't he do some shit like that?
No,
like he married a woman.
He allegedly had some improper things going on with his adopted daughter. It was Mia Farrow's daughter.
Yeah, that's still pending, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, it's pending. Okay. Yeah. Well, we know that most people come to us for the news, so that's alleged.
You know what is pending? This Miami Vice episode. Because people are just sitting back. Give me that Crockett and Tubbs goodness.
Yeah, really.
So we start out. We're in it's like, where the fuck are we? Like in the sand dunes?
Well, we start out with the shot of the fucking sun.
Oh, that's right.
That's right. Yeah, somebody was playing. Somebody got a new thing for their camera, so they started testing it out. So we got these reverse heat shots of the surface of the sun to let us know how balls hot it is in Miami in the summer.
Right.
I mean, I can kind of appreciate that from an 80s perspective. Maybe you guys got some new tech. You could actually shoot the fucking sun now, get some cool heat waves coming up.
It worked. Right. I felt the heat.
Yeah, and it's like everybody has to do. You have to do a Christmas episode. You have to do a fucking Thanksgiving episode. You have to do an episode where it's extremely hot.
And now the road going off.
Yeah,
right.
Nowadays, that's just the norm. It's just too fucking hot, or it's too fucking cold.
Right.
We don't have a middle ground. We don't have a normal.
That's
Seinfeld
called climate
episode.
change. Yeah.
Oh no, it's not. Tedley Nedley told me that's not a thing.
The Motor City Madman told you that.
Yeah, the Motor City Meth Man.
Mad. He doesn't do math.
Oh, excuse me.
Just explain that.
How do we have two rock and roll bad boys from Michigan?
Because we're badass fucking state. That's why.
Wait, who's the other one?
Kid Rock, Robert. What's his name? Robert.
Bobby Ritchie.
Sorry, who's
Bobby
the
Ritchie.
other one?
Kid Rock.
Who?
Old Country? Is that the name you know him by?
Oh, no. It's just busting his chops and his mom's spaghetti.
Oh, yeah. Wait. Oh, you're thinking Eminem. He's not a rock bad boy.
No, I'm not. I'm just being.
We just have so many bad boys. We don't even know how to talk about.
I'm sorry, I can't help it. I grew up on Seeger, Nugent, and Grand Funk Railroad. Everything else, I'm just sitting on the front porch dismissing.
Don't leave out Alice Cooper. Come on.
Oh. Or Alice Cooper. Thank you. That's right. My favorite.
Wait, isn't he from Detroit too?
Yes.
Look at us. Just look at us.
We're an amazing fucking state.
Everybody appreciate us for a moment.
We're an American band.
Exactly.
Weren't they from Flint, Grand Funk?
Yes, exactly.
Holy shit!
So you got Grand Funk, I got Madonna from Pontiac, and you got Ted Nugent.
Oh fuck! Are you into the Greta Van Fleet?
No, but then you go up to Saginaw for Question Mark and the Mysterians.
Yeah, and then don't even forget Motown. We can just rest on our laurels with Motown.
We're never getting to Miami Vice. We're never.
We are.
We're right in it, Griff, because we're out.
Here we go. You know, one of my all-time favorite writers is the great Elmore Leonard, and his novels were either set in Detroit or in Miami.
Oh, cool.
And I just heard Raylan Gibbons is going to be coming to Detroit for.
That's right.
Why we take another side? This is a Detroit episode.
Exactly.
This
is our first Detroiter. It's like a
Hello,
remote
everybody.
guest from Detroit.
Detroit Lions, number 2 pick. Lions, or the Tigers got the second pick. The Pistons got the first pick. Number 1 in the loser rank, baby.
And when does the kneecap biting start?
No, they were fun this year.
The most fun 3-13-1 team in NFL history.
Considering I've watched a lot of losing Lions, yes, this was the most
and we've
fun.
watched more. That's how bad it is.
This was the most fun I've ever had watching.
But they lose in spectacular fashion. The Lions always keep you on the edge of your seat.
Yeah.
You got to admit that.
And I got to say, I like the Sun God.
Jaws of victory.
Always.
Exactly. Every time.
If there's a bizarre way for a team to lose, Lions will figure it out.
How are we doing this? One of my coworkers, I was talking to him the other day, and he was like, "Yeah, I was at the Ravens game," and I was like, "You motherfucker!" He was like, "It was so sweet," and I was like, "You almost lost to the Lions. You had a world record fucking field goal to beat the Lions." And he's like, "Yeah," and we still drank and burnt our city down. It's like, okay. Miami Vice.
Miami
Bernie's
Vice.
sitting down.
Nice. Yeah.
We're out in the middle of nowhere. It's just sand everywhere. Guy pulls up in what was he driving?
Corvette, because Ted will not drive a foreign car.
Oh, that's very honorable.
Yeah.
And also, his song "Angry Young Man" from the Little Miss Dangerous album is playing.
It was from an album.
Why would they be playing Little Miss Dangerous? It fits the theme of this show perfectly.
They used that in another episode a few shows later with Fiona.
Okay.
love
So
it.
we
We
got
got
a
all
2-song deal out of the series. That's not bad.
Not bad at all.
Look at golan-globus.
Especially
Theater,
he was like
bringing
no
everybody
longer
back.
relevant at this time either.
There is that.
Yeah.
God, he looked awful in this show. I'm sorry.
So the Corvette pulls up. It's some Guido dude.
And I
He's
swear
like,
he yells out, "Hey, Carly, what's going on?"
Charlie.
Yeah, he's supposed to say that. I heard Carly.
Well, everyone keeps calling Kelly Collie in this
Exactly.
episode.
I feel there is just a weird name thing happening in this episode.
But
Everyone's having a stroke.
As soon as that dude came out in his light blue shirt and yellow pants, I'm like, you deserve to get shot. Look at that.
Right.
Oh yeah, he did. Okay, I won't say what I think about the fashion.
What? That it was bad?
Well, there's some. Look, I'm not a big fan of Don Johnson, but like the lavender pants, I would totally wear those.
Okay.
I would totally wear those.
I wouldn't.
Well,
but-
Yeah, I'd rock those motherfuckers. I got my white.
Would you
boat
put the sweat
shoes.
stains on them like he had?
No, I wouldn't be sweating in those motherfuckers.
Especially not now. So this guy's looking for Charlie. Charlie shows up. It's fucking the Nuge. We're like, holy fuck, Ted Nugent. And he just whips out a gun and shoots this guy.
Yeah, what was with this?
No blood, it's TV.
Yeah, there was no. I was asking Murray that exact question. He gets shot 9.5 times, falls on his car, and there's no blood.
No.
You're
But
lucky if you get a trickle off the side of the mouth, but and that's for close-ups only. So
That's what we
Right.
got. That's all we got in Bloodsport 2. Bloodsport 2. All we get is one trickle blood down a woman's mouth after she gets punched square in the jaw. See, Murray, this is how you advertise the episode that no one
Make sure to
gives a
check
shit
that one
about.
out. Coming at you Wednesday.
No one's
Never
gonna give a shit
appreciated
about
episode,
that.
gang.
Yes, always, always. So then he goes through the guy's shit. He's got a bag full of money.
Yeah.
Or was it drugs? I don't remember.
It was money
he had-
and
he had
and a
money
gun.
and a 357 auto mag for you fans of Sudden Impact. And like a certain other movie, he left the gun and took the money and the cannolis.
Go on.
I thought it was
take
a
the money
Nintendo
and
gun.
run.
That's what it looked like to me. Nintendo gun.
The light
But-
gun.
yeah.
That's what it's called.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't have one. I was poor.
What? You didn't?
No, I never had a gun.
I was poor. And
Never
we had
played Duck
one.
Hunt. Sorry.
You never played
I
Duck
played it before, but it was on a
Hunt?
friend's.
You want me to get my Duck Hunt?
No. We're getting back into this.
Oh yeah,
episode.
right. Oh my God, we're recording.
So he apparently he has accomplices working with him, or he has magical Sandman powers because sand coming from two different sources.
Yeah, this didn't make sense.
Hit the car and
I'm
crush.
gonna say Callie. She knows how to work construction.
Well, this makes sense.
Oh yeah, and we're not supposed to know that they're working together. So that
Yes,
makes sense.
This is perfect.
That's right.
And this is in Colombo, so it's not a how done it. So we need to know who done it.
And now
Who's his accomplice?
we go right in that sweet Jan Hammer theme song. We get all the highlights of Miami dog racing, highlight Cuban girls.
butts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're into it.
Yep.
Cut to we're on the top of a hotel pool thing.
Yeah, it's a balcony / Wait, do they still call those balconies?
No,
You can
I
call
don't.
them the pool area. You also know it's the 80s because you got sweet 80s saxophone music playing somewhere in the hotel.
I miss 80 sax.
I
And
bet he
there
looks
was-
like the long-haired dude that played for Tina Turner.
I don't know what
Look
that.
up the video.
I know Tina Turner.
There's
I don't
like
know
some
that guy.
there's some he looks like a Miami Vice henchman in
I
a
love
tank
it.
top and long hair and muscles and a saxophone.
In my
That's-
mind, it's the Lost Boys guy. All right, that's what I think.
Oh,
Of
there you
saxophone.
go. There you go. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I like the sound of this.
What? And we got our leads: Crockett and Tubbs, Rico Tubbs, Sonny Crockett.
Okay. What name should I be using? You Rico and Sonny, right?
Okay, yeah, you can
Because
do
the
that.
first time we did this, you were like, "No, that's not his name."
I never remember him being called Rico. I remember him always being called Tubbs, but
Tubbs.
I
He
only
calls him Rico in this, or you could go because they're waiting on a guy, so they're going under Burnett and Cooper.
No,
Was that
don't add more names. I'm so bad at names.
Was that their fake names they always used? Burnett and
Those were
Cooper?
their fake names.
Okay.
And of course, the great thing was early on, Philip Michael Thomas Rico Cooper was Jamaican, and then when he grew the beard, he made him Cuban.
Oh,
yes, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So they're just drenched in sweat. Everyone's just drenched in sweat.
We saw that opening shot.
Bartender shows up and he looks like Mike Tyson in a spelling bee. He's got so much sweat going on his shirt. I'm like, you're serving drinks looking like that?
I'm so glad you pointed that out because I was bitching about the same thing. And Griff is like, well, he's fucking hot. I'm like, I don't want a guy serving me all drenched in
He's wearing
sweat.
pants. B, he's going back and forth. He's trying to hustle for tips. Of course he's going to be sweating.
Your drinks smell like man ass. Come on, dude. Have a change of clothes every 30 minutes. You're an expensive hotel.
How do the drinks smell like man ass? It's like it's an open air. COVID.
Matt, thank you. You're right. He's wrong. You don't want a sweaty waitstaff.
As always, we need to get Lycanthropus Chris back on so I have somebody, who's going to vouch for me.
So we get some really, like as Matt pointed out, single entendres. They're just talking about fucking nonstop because Sonny catches a lady in the corner of his eye.
Oh boy. Yep.
He would be canceled for this glare today.
Yeah, it was a creep, and they cut to it 5 times.
Yeah,
leering.
I wondered if, there's one of those things that if the show was short and the director is just, just put extra cuts of leering in her body and leering in her body and leering in her body.
It's total filler.
It's a perfect ad for Shishi, Body Sheen for Women.
Yes, it is.
She's just drenched.
And then it's a perfect shot for what not to interact with for a woman because he's got, like, Don Johnson, who I don't like, and this episode did not help me because he's creeping on this woman. He's got his whole face, like, pulled back and a smile where it's just like a jack-o'-lantern where he's got his fat pinched back in the back. It's so weird. His face, he should not smile. Don Johnson should not smile. It looks weird when he smiles.
Okay. Smiles or leers? Both?
When he leers, he lets his face rest, so it's okay. But when he smiles, you see the leathery texture of it all.
Wow. You got it out for Don Johnson. What did you
I don't. I'm just I'm calling.
He's the Marlboro Man, all right? Come on.
He was good in that, yeah. As a creepy, weirdo.
Wasn't creepy in the Marlboro Man.
I don't remember.
All right. So they're just leering. Tubbs is like, that's too much for you, brother. You can't handle that.
I wrote that she's too conservative for you.
Thank you. Yep. I like that line.
And his response was, I get these occasional urges for stability in my life.
Yeah. Oh, God. Yep. See, I can do this. I can cringe. You guys can't. You lived in the times.
Oh, no, and it's funny because, I've mentioned, but it has the feeling of a film noir or a Mickey Spillane novel. And if you read the Mickey Spillane novels or Dashiell Hammett, the dialogue is kind of like this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it just it was off to me. But hey,
and then she did that one move that I've never ever seen done at a hotel or anywhere else.
This is fascinating. Yes,
the
please.
soaking of the T-shirt in the Perrier and the giant ass bowl. Who does that?
That's a whore bath.
Is that not carbonated water?
No, I think it's
straight. Yeah. It's a straight water.
Yeah, remember back in the day that was like the only water. Like bottled water was a new thing back then.
Okay. So, you see, I'm thinking of it with my.
Yeah, she takes the whore bath, and then she does a thing which she's supposed to be impressing us. I think every woman figures out how to take her bra off while her shirt's still on, but she's supposed to try to, like, impress Sonny with that move.
Yeah, well, she did it with one hand too.
Yeah.
Also, you also get to do it on network television, and when you have a one in your age, you take what you can get.
Right.
That's a good point.
So Sonny is smitten, and so is she. So she runs over with her bowl or whatever. She does a great thing. She's like, waiter, you're highly too sweaty to serve these men.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll take you.
Move.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pull out a nice 90s moment here. She has a Mentos moment, and she goes up to the waiter, takes the drinks off his fucking...
Is that like Mentos?
What did I say?
Mentos. I was like, isn't that the guy from Dune, the Mentos?
Yeah. Mentos. Yeah. How do you pronounce it?
Mentos.
She has a Mentos moment, and she takes a drink off his fucking little, like, waiter table. What do you call it?
It's called a tray. Waiter table.
she grabs the drinks. She grabs the drinks and come over, and of course he has the great opening line. What took you so long? Which is a panty dropper if there ever was one.
Right.
Don't
He's
like that
playing the
word.
bad boy role. He's like,
Right.
Sonny's
And
been
then
around.
you have the moment with the happiest Ice Cube on television because she rubs it against her face and her neck and sucks on it and then dumps it back into his drink. And then he picks up the ice cube and does all the same stuff. And
Yeah, it points out a very thing. There's some things women can do that are sexy. When men do them, it's totally not sexy.
Oh, yeah.
And stop it.
It doesn't help when you do it for your partner friend and you're like licking your tongue through the hole in the ice. That's
Tubbs is not impressed.
Yeah. Now, this begs the question for me. You're watching this, Matt. When you are in that coming of age period, you're attracted to ladies and everything. Don Johnson is dumping these beautiful one-liners. Are you trying to use a Don Johnson one-liner on anybody?
Are you implying that I had a notebook and I was going to drop these on girls at Carmen Ainsworth High School on Monday? No, I didn't.
Oh,
No, I'm afraid not.
That's too bad.
But they exchange
in my peach jacket and rolled, with the cinched up sleeves. No, I didn't do that.
But they exchanged names. We've learned out her name is Kelly. He keeps pronouncing it Kelly for some reason.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm Sonny Burnett. He's still undercover. Because they're waiting. We learned that they're waiting on this messenger for this. There's this big drug dealer named Clemente who's gonna he's gonna go snitch on everybody. But he's got an intermediate. And we get one of the worst actors I've ever seen in a TV show up.
Also, when you show up in dark clothes and glasses and your hair's back, I'm like, you stick out like a sore thumb.
We're going to get to a guy who sticks out like a sore thumb.
Well, I know that. I saw that picture. You darn right.
Oh my God. That's the only. If there's any reason to watch this episode we're talking about, it's for this guy. But we'll get to that.
Picture's got to go on Instagram.
Yeah.
Oh wow! You're asking me to post to Instagram? That's been like
he doesn't do anything.
3 months now. I don't do anything.
That's right.
So this guy, he's nervous, and he's the one that's not sweating. That's the weirdest thing about it.
That's a good point. And he has the most layers, too.
Yes.
He's got a corduroy jacket on. That's the heaviest thread in this episode. Yeah. Everybody else is using a nice linen or a nice cotton, and he's like, corduroy. This is me.
You're right.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah. He was definitely trying to come to the stateside to be in a Beatles cover band. He was like 60s John Lennon.
LB toes.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, hey, I'm working for Clemente. He's not coming until you get Maria Rojas.
He's very nervous. We should mention that. Even though he's not sweating, he's very nervous.
And then he's just like, and then he pulls a gun on the guys
because Rico spooked him.
Right.
Wow. So he's nervous and racist.
I mean, he's a person of color too.
Yeah.
But not as
dark.
Oh,
are you saying non-white people can't be racist? Wow.
Yeah,
that's very racist.
Isn't that what Twitter tells us?
Yes.
Oh.
Matt's not touching that. So like Sonny's like, hey, look at there, a woman with a flat ass. And then he looks away. And then he does this little karate kick, like, yeah! And like
knocks it out of his hand.
That's the perfect place for a Billy D. Williams ad. Woman with a flat ass in the 80s works every time.
So this like Hispanic Dana Carvey just flips out and starts running, and they give chase. And this is the best part for me.
The creme de creme.
I rewinded this scene like 5 times because I couldn't believe what I was seeing. This guy, and I can't believe this guy wasn't used more. He had his getaway driver.
You're going to this.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Let's be very, very vague about this, Matt. Did this guy show up at the end of the episode as well? Without saying too many details, do you think this guy showed up at the end of the episode?
One would hope.
Okay.
Well, how this guy didn't get into a dozen G&G films is beyond me.
I don't know. He's got first like henchman number 1 written all over.
Oh yeah.
It also looked like he was ready for his Running Man audition.
That's a good point too. We'll get back to that.
Well, he looked like he was ready for his Color Me Bad audition because that's what he looked like.
He looked like the younger brother of who was the big giant of the bad guys in Superman 2? Not Zod, not the woman. The big dude.
I only know 4.
I think he was called Non. I think
He looks like
Nod?
Zod's younger brother, smaller younger brother.
If I'm wrong, I apologize, Stuart, because Stuart
That's
loves
fine.
Superman.
Except Superman 4, the best one.
Yeah, because we covered it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, let's describe this fucking guy. All right, he's got like a poodly pompadour,
Flowing over his face,
Flowing over his
like
face.
down to the bridge of his nose, at least.
total geometric like shaves in
He's
the
got
back
a
of his
zigzag.
head.
Zach Morris is Saved by the Bell
But
zigzags in his
this
hair.
is a dedicated zigzag because it's not even stubble. This is bald. It's down
bald.
to the skin.
Yeah,
Like,
somebody went.
How
through
do you
with a straight-
maintain
yeah.
that haircut?
He went and got. He was like,
Go to the barber every day.
I know I'm doing a heist today. I want to look my best, so he got the straight razor cut.
25 earrings in his left ear.
Yep.
Only his left ear. Because remember, back in the 80s, that's how you told if someone was gay or straight. Your left, you're straight. Right, you're gay.
Yeah.
And he's letting you know, ladies, I'm straight and I'm ready.
Incredibly straight, apparently.
Here's the question: as the character, my thought was he discovered looking like this, or is this a classically trained stage actor? And he goes, "No, I can do all this," and then gets the hair and the earrings, and then actually goes and looks like that.
I want to believe he was that dedicated to the role.
I want
Even though he had-
special features on this guy on the DVD. Come on, snap to it.
Right.
I have a hard time because
He had no lines, but he's like, I'm gonna speak with my hair.
Right. It's so
Boy,
hard
did he
to
ever.
tell in the pre social media days because people just did shit like this and you wouldn't know about it. So
Right.
you're only appeasing like a small audience. So you don't know if they're doing it for a role or because they need to get a role. So it's really hard to
We're not even done yet. He had the most sculpted beard. It was totally
Yes.
sculpted.
Oh yeah. Hans Gruber style sculpted. Just beautiful.
He had some crazy ass like metal bracelets. I think he had some. I think he had some sleeveless gloves on. Griff. I don't know. I might have missed that. But
I
perfect.
saw some fingers popping.
It was like, and the director knew like zero in on this guy on this shot.
Oh, he knew, which is incredible. Like we've all mentioned, how was he not more relevant in this episode?
Yeah, it was
Trivia, guys. You know who directed this episode?
Oh boy.
Carl Weathers.
Oh, I wish. First off, Carl would be in it.
Yeah.
This was,
And there would be a bowl of M&Ms.
Yes.
That's right. No, this is directed by Rob Cohen, who did the first Fast and Furious film, the first Triple X movie,
I did not know that.
Dragonheart, Daylight, Dragon, the Bruce Lee story.
Oh shit.
One of his early gigs.
Oh, that's cool.
Damn. Okay.
These are your pledge dollars at work.
So as I don't think the guy even had a name. The messenger runs away. He runs right by the Nuge. The Nuge is at the bar out on the Lido deck, and he just looks back. Then the bartender goes, "It's real hot out here tonight." And then Nuge just takes off his shades, looks right in the camera. It's about to get hotter.
Yeah, David
Commercial
Caruso
break.
took notes.
Yeah, really.
So now we're at the police station. It's hot.
No AC.
Yeah, can we point out AC only came to Florida in 1997, so everywhere it's hot as fuck.
It's just like the Black Oak, Arkansas song when electricity came to Arkansas.
Right,
When
Nice reference.
AC came to Miami.
write that song.
Yeah.
That's right.
We learned that this Maria Rojas woman, she's in witness protection,
That's right.
and the feds are willing to just give her up to get this Clemente guy because he is like, you take him down. He's Tony Montana. You take him down. The drugs. There's no more drugs in Florida, so they're willing to do it.
Where all the drugs go? Where did all the drugs go?
Who's a bigger villain? As big a villain in Miami Vice as the criminals? The feds.
Yeah. I thought this was incredible. The way they worked in the feds in this show was amazing. I loved it.
They don't do the Miami way.
Exactly.
They don't. They
They wear socks.
right. They're cold.
That's right.
Oh, I get. Oh, I like
Yeah, 'cause
that. In Miami,
Sonny
too.
never wore socks. That was part of the whole Miami
Oh,
Vice outfit.
He
never
wasn't
wore
wearing
socks.
socks.
Yeah, they never wore
Never.
socks.
Or
Oh, I
socks.
never noticed that.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
why
you
you
know-
notice.
Got to look at his feet. Quentin Tarantino does.
Yeah, and you notice there's no sweat on his feet because he doesn't wear socks. So makes sense.
Oh, I got a bad update for everybody.
You losing? Griff's a gambleaholic right now. He's watching.
I
the
lost
football
the
game.
first leg of my parlay.
No, you deserve it.
Parlay's over. before it even started.
So Sonny and Tubbs go back to the bar to, like, I guess, talk to some witnesses.
Doing police work?
Exactly.
Right.
They talk to the bartender. Sonny, out of the corner of his eyes, he notices that blonde. He's like, Tubbs, take care of business. I'm taking care of business.
I don't know if we ever brought it up, but she dissed him and was like, hit me up when you're not so sleepy, old man.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, she does do that because he doesn't remove his sunglasses, because he's aloof.
Yeah. He's trying to play the role of Bidoof, yeah. And so now they're back in the bar, and he's like, Rico, you do all the work. I'm going to go fucking flirt with this 8 out of 10 over here. Excuse me, 10 out of 8.
Yeah. You'll get that joke when you listen to Bloodsport too.
No one will ever.
So Tubbs talks to the bartender. The bartender's like, I don't know who you're talking about, but I can get you some drugs if you need it. Like, what the fuck was that? Oh, they're cops. And he's just like, I know.
Oh, no, they're still Burnett and Cooper because the bartender.
Oh, yeah.
Bartender who calls them the Hardy Boys for some reason, and then says to Tubbs, "Do I look like the kind of guy who would hang out with that type of lowlife?" And then we get just a shot of Philip Michael Thomas judging you.
You don't want to get judged by Rico.
I don't.
Never.
So
Never.
Sonny goes up to Collie. And Collie. And we see that she's nervous. She's worried about shit. And he picks up on that.
80s damsel in distress.
Right. And he's there to rescue her. And we learn that she's got a bad marriage, but she can't walk away because she doesn't like working.
Yeah.
So, right. Yeah, he says you can get a job. And her response was, "Men are my job."
So then he takes her out on the beach. Very classy.
Beach.
She's walking on the sand with high heels. Very classy woman.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he's just like, look, I got a place right there that we can go to. This happens to be a cop safe house right next to this bar.
I loved it.
So he takes her there. And she's just like, Sonny, he's like, I don't have a choice. I can't leave this guy.
Right. Well, first he's like, you're disgusting. Go take a whore bath.
Right. Clean yourself off.
So she goes in.
It's like the Perrier is in that room.
Yeah, Perrier's over there. So she moisty naps and Perrier's herself down. Just gets a little bit in the hair so it looks like she took a shower.
Yeah, a little bit. Little spritz.
There is that. And also for you film nerds out there, the room has the blinds, so there's all these shadows with the vertical lines going across, so it looks like they're trapped because Rob Cohen's an auteur.
I know exactly what you're talking.
Yeah,
beautiful.
Right.
That's some good work. And you, of course, got Don. I was going to call him Don Henley. Don Johnson. Well, he had that one song.
So she's coming on to him, but he respects boundaries, and he's like, "You're a married woman."
Yeah,
but she wants the Don Schlong, so she's all over him.
This is true.
And then he's like, "Look, why don't you just walk away?" She's like, "I don't want to get a job."
Yeah,
and he's like, "This is America. We get jobs. We pull ourselves up through our bootstraps. We don't. Poor people should fucking die. All right. You want to have health insurance? Get a job, woman." And then she goes, "Men are my job."
Excuse me. Men are my job. No one will tell me to get a job.
We're a terrible gender.
So Sonny, of course, is like, how are you going to hop into bed with the first guy you meet with the fucking fly-ass jacket, beautiful fucking
beautiful
pants,
sweat stains, perfectly.
Everything. I know I'm a perfect 10 out of 8, but you can't have this. And she's just like, what? Go ahead.
You know what Sonny was looking for?
No.
He was looking for a heartbeat.
God damn it. I don't know what this means.
That was a Don Johnson hit song.
Oh, that was a Don Johnson.
We might actually opened our last Miami Vice episode with that. I don't know.
Shit. Oh, my God.
She was searching for a heartbeat.
I only know one Don Johnson song, and it's that.
I only know one, too. It's Heartbeat. What other Don Johnson song is there?
He actually, there's a video. You can look out there. And by the way, he had 2 albums.
Matt's going to know it.
So did Telly Savalas.
It's from the Playing with Fire album.
He did a cover of the Aaron Neville song, Tell It Like It Is.
That's not that
and
song.
It screams 80 production, video, and audio.
I know the song.
Didn't he did a duet with Barbara Streisand, didn't he?
Yes,
Because they were
did.
dating.
That's
right. What's your song, Griff?
I used to, people knew I loved the song so much they would play it at weddings for me when I would go to my friends' weddings.
Is it Tell It Like It Is, like you said?
Bang, bang,
Dirty
sweet
Laundry.
bang by Ted
Dirty
Nugent.
Laundry. That's Don Henley. We're talking about Don Johnson.
Oh my god!
You just angered Don Henley.
Yeah.
Made friends
Don
with
Henley?
Joe Walsh,
From the Eagles.
not Don Henley. Yeah.
Lead singer of the Eagles.
That's not the same guy?
No.
Don Johnson's an actor. Don Henley is a singer /
Wait,
drummer.
Don Johnson sings?
Yes.
Woodward.
The whole joke Matt did was his hit song Heartbeats. For fuck's sake. I apologize, Matt. Fuck.
I'm not sorry. Come on back, son.
Let's go.
We're on the rails.
So she's playing the long game with Sonny. Sonny senses something up, but he's getting into the fog, Griff. That pussy fog is getting to him.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, that's a medical thing. We've all been there. What are you talking about? Every man's been into that.
Never heard of it.
You've heard it now. You felt it. You might not have known what it was called.
Oh no, I've always been Arnold Schwarzenegger and Predator. I'm full of fucking camo makeup all the time when I'm in.
But she's like, I got this sucker in the palm of my hand. Cut to, we're back at the police station. The fucking scumbag Fed shows up. Your man Dolby chewing gum like a madman.
Oh my god.
Right.
Matt.
Played
Go
by
ahead.
the great Albert Hall, who I remember as the boat driver in Apocalypse Now.
Oh, nice. That
Also,
was
remember, he's sitting on Castillo's desk. Nobody sits on Castillo's desk.
Right.
There was I remember an interview with Olmos that he didn't want to have the obligatory, desk, lieutenant desk where it's all filled with crap. His desk is always clean, nothing on it. And this federal DC chucklehead is sitting on Castillo's desk, and you can see the laser beams going out of Castillo's eyes, wanting this guy to get the fuck off his desk.
Getting ass sweat all over it.
I have.
Time.
We have so many questions. Well, I have two questions. First of all, is that Captain's demeanor in every episode? Because I love it.
Oh, Castillo, yes, he is one of the great television, cop authority figures, and a glare that turns people into stone.
I loved it.
It's
loved
the
it.
best.
It was so good. And like the shot near the end there where you're just like looking up at his face. And the whole episode, I was like, this guy's just a sad puppy. And even at the end there, he was just like, motherfucker, I
He's
told
the Charlie
you.
Brown
I
of Miami
loved
Vice.
him because everything was just said through facial emotions. And the guy had great facials.
There's
Second
always,
question. Oh, go ahead.
There's always been episodes where it looks like, because he always keeps his head down and he's very quiet. And it reminded me of, there was a story, Spencer Tracy used to look down and people said, why? And he goes, I want to make sure I hit my mark. So it looks like almost is hitting his mark, but he's also very quiet and just, Crockett, Tubbs, my office now. If Don Johnson, if Crockett got heated, all he had to do was just look up, look at him, and you turn to stone.
Ooh,
And, it's like, as a teenager, you're like, I want that look. How do I get that?
I gotta say, like, based on some of the shit you watched today, it's like this show is corny as fuck, but everybody brought it.
What was
well,
your
you
second
got to remember though, the TV fare was like different strokes and shit. So this was some cutting edge shit.
Yeah.
Then now it's
Right.
corny as fuck.
Right.
But yeah.
All right, second part of the question. Me and Murray have already talked about this a lot. Delva is chewing hard.
Yeah, you know what?
He-
I watched
ahead.
because of Sidney Poitier dying. I watched the film In the Heat of the Night, and Rod Steiger, who won Best Actor that year, 1967, he also has some intense gum chewing. I think I've hit the history of gum chewing and acting in 1 week with that movie and this episode.
Billy Drago, hand acting. Rod Steiger, gum acting.
Yeah, because if he's thinking, it's slower, but if he's excited, it's faster.
But here's the question. What is he chewing? He's gone down to Miami. He's gone from the cold to the warm. He's loving it. What is he chewing?
Juicy fruit.
That's what I
Oh
said.
my god! What the fuck?
Because it's so juicy. He's getting the flavor out of that.
I was trying to think of a tropical gum, but I could not. So I went there. What was your answer? You were baiting me like you had the answer in your head.
You had the right answer, by the
It was
way.
just
You and me are on the
right.
same wavelength, Matt.
I think I said winter or spearmint.
Something like that.
I think I said double mint.
That's a cold. That's for the cold. You have that. in
Yeah.
taste when you get back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm the idiot here. I get it. I get
Right.
it. You
Not
guys
an
got
idiot. It's just you're gum inclined. It's okay.
You'll never be welcome back on this episode unless you agree that I'm the idiot.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
So Dolphy is just like, hey man, I don't give a fuck what happens to Maria Rojas. I want this Clemente guy. Did you know she's Clemente's sister?
Oh.
Right.
And like Tubbs is like, I don't know. I don't think this is right. I think, we gave her a deal for witness protection. We shouldn't like snatch it away from her. Dolphy's like, I don't give a fuck. Hey, when are we going to the titty bar? I got a big wad of Uncle Sam's money to spend. He pulls out a wad and starts winding
He pulls out
shit
a wad
up.
of cash and is going to offer Castillo and Tubbs dinner at the courtesy of Uncle Sammy with a chuckle. And I'm like,
Right.
yeah, this guy's got to go down. He's got to
I
go down.
love
bad
I
and
love
hard.
it.
Yeah.
He's like, the first lap dance is on me, fellas. And then they're like, yeah.
Uncle Sammy wants to see your dick stand and salute.
Back to the beach. Sonny
Beach.
and Rico, they're having a heart-to-heart.
Right.
Like, fucking, a poor Sonny's so disillusioned. He's like, I can't trust the feds. I can't trust the fucking cops. I can't trust my own penis. It's like, I don't know what's going on. And Rico's like, hey, I don't know what to tell you, buddy, but I'm there for you.
Yeah.
Yep.
The better you get at this job, the harder the job gets.
Perfect.
It's
I think Shakespeare said that first.
I thought 100 Monkeys wrote that, but it might have been Shakespeare too.
Oh, it's,
So now
it's from Two Gentlemen of Miami. It's okay.
There you go. Now they're cut to they're I guess they're driving Dolby to strip club because
yeah.
they're in the of course a vice cop would be able to afford this like classic car, and they're just driving down the fucking street. Dolby's loving it. He's like, how do you guys get any work done, man?
Right. He called it a laid back place. I'm like, have you been to Miami in the 80s?
It was like,
Yeah, I can't imagine. I went there once, but I was 20 and I didn't know what I was doing there. And I was like, this is not a laid back place.
You know,
let's go cocaine.
they're still reeling from Scarface when it came to tourism.
No.
So they're set to meet up with Maria Rojas at a parking structure.
Yep.
But instead, it's her lawyer. And he's like, look, it's not happening. I don't know what to tell you.
I got to tell you guys, it's not going to work out.
Another bad actor, by the way.
My client is very secure about her situation. So, no deal.
However, this episode did remind me I think more lawyers should have attack dogs.
Yeah.
Yes. Because, yes, Dolvy's pissed. So he's like, fuck that. I'm going to drag her ass out by her hair. Goes to the car, opens up. A German Shepherd flies out at him. This scene took me out. Like, what's going on? Why is this scene here? Why is a dog attacking this guy?
I'd like to put
There's
my
a few
dog's
other-
name in this notes.
Yeah, she would run away. You're right.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
There's a few moments that just kind of come out of nowhere, and this is the first. And there's going to be two more near the end. But yeah, there was like, I sat sitting down watching this for the first time. You're like, oh my god, a dog?
Yeah, it was like, what?
80s TV, man. Just surprises around every doorknob.
So now we cut to Sunny is meeting up with Cully at her apartment, a hotel. I don't know. She's in her room.
Screw room, yeah.
And he's just like, she's giving her his sob story again about her fucking husband. And she's like, Sonny, you can't get involved. And he's like, I'm already involved.
First of all,
80s noir.
yeah, 80s noir, very much so. He knocks on the door. She knows his knock. She doesn't put the fucking deadbolt on. She doesn't do any security. She doesn't even check the people.
This is why she's so in trouble. She's so trusting and naive, Griff.
Yeah.
You know what the other obvious one? The knock that he does is actually the riff from Stranglehold.
Wait, wouldn't that confuse her though? When she think that that's gonna be her man, Charlie?
Yeah,
That's your man. You learn all of the riffs he knocks on the door with. Wang Dang, Sweet Poontang, Cat Scratch Fever, King of the Forest, all that.
So Don Johnson knew this, and
Sonny Crockett, Sonny Burnett, I should say.
Sonny Bernadette knew this and did it. And she's like, okay, enough. But she was so elated when she opened the door.
Well, yeah,
I mean, she threw herself right in his arms.
She's been having
started
sex with
smooching
Ted
on him.
Nugent. This is a step up. Yeah.
Oh my God. We're so close to talking about Ted Nugent without a
here's
shirt
the question. I'll open up to you, Matt. Do you believe they really are a couple, or they're just the grifters that work together?
Oh, we eventually find out in the episode that they are, but I think at the time, the first time I watched this, I probably didn't because I was 15 and dumb.
And you're like, why would anyone have sex with Ted Nugent?
You were like, Ted Nugent's got right hair, so who wouldn't have sex with him?
He also has that moment that he is like, I know is either he came up with it or obviously the director did, where he takes off the hat and shakes off his hair like a stripper.
Yes.
Except you're not a stripper.
Oh
you're
my
Ted
God.
Nugent.
We're getting to that scene. This scene infuriated me.
The only scene that's going to be longer than the New Breeders guy is going to be that scene.
No, we're gonna get through it.
All right.
So he's like, let's fuck now. They turn the lights off. She likes to have sex in the dark.
Yeah.
And then just as soon as they do that, the world's Star Trek stuntman level double of Ted Nugent skips into the scene. He's skipping.
You're going way too far for me, dog, because there's 15 light switches on that, and one of them controlled every light. What are all the other 14 light switches for?
Rotating bed, the shaking bed, the bar that comes up and down on the ground.
Oh, speaking like a man who lived in the 80s.
Yeah, we all had.
You know it. Yeah. You know it.
So, like I said, the worst stunt double since Star Trek.
Yes.
Guy wearing a fedora.
At least it was dark.
Yes. Well, they had to make it dark. It was so awful. You could see it in the dark. That's how bad it was. Imagine how bad it'd be if the lights were on. Yep. He starts pummeling poor Sonny. Throws Sonny out the fucking room. Sonny's got the little dribble of blood. Because like we've learned, like Matt said, you can only show a little dribble on the chin.
That's right.
And then, like we get the scene that Matt said, where now it's the real Ted Nugent. He sits in a chair, pulls off the fucking door. He goes, "My lady," pulls the fedora off, and then shakes his hair out. Yeah. Cut to commercial.
Yep, that's a Michigan representation on NBC.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just record that scene and just work it into a nice like highlight reel of like sexy men doing sexy things.
Okay.
Steven Seagal running.
Oh, and driving.
Oh, and driving. Apparently, I gotta look into that. Ted Nugent taking.
If you go on YouTube, there's videos of just Steven Seagal driving.
I gotta see. I've never really. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, we've done a million Seagals. We've never noticed it. He drives in a peculiar way.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Right.
This is interesting.
And we pride ourselves on being investigative journalists. We didn't pick that up. Wow.
Yeah.
See?
It must be a very
$5 at work.
Next day, we're at. Is this the bridge that goes to the Keys?
Yeah. What is this?
Yeah, I think it is.
Terabithia?
What?
Tabithia?
What?
Not Terabithia.
Yeah.
Really? I thought I was doing obscure references. That's strong. That's really good. Yeah. My daughter loves that film.
It's a bridge to a magical land, Griff. You're right. Yeah.
Damn.
They're waiting for Clemente. They got the deal set up, but do they really? Because we see Castillo show up with an attractive woman, and we're like, this is Maria, right? No. It's a decoy.
Wow, you were that offended by the decoy?
It's just a bad move, man.
We haven't even seen Maria, so as far as we know, it's a perfect decoy.
We haven't seen Maria. He has.
That's
it's
true.
only his sister, for Christ's sake.
But she had sunglasses on.
It's been
years. Oh, yes, that's true.
And it's been, what, 2 years?
Should have had the fedora with her hair up.
Oh, my God. Everybody should have had that.
All back. Dolby agrees with Matt. He's like, what the fuck? This guy knows his sister. He's obsessed with her. All he wants to do is see her dance one more time.
So, hear her dance one more time?
Yeah. So we have this scene. We have the most realistic cops I've ever seen. These are probably real cops because they're just fat guys with mustaches.
Yes.
And we get a pan
all
of them.
Sweating.
All sweaty.
Right.
All very diverse, black, white. We got them all.
You got them all.
And then we see a limo pull up, and we're like, "That's Clemente." And and then they have Maria. I'm using air quotes in the back of a paddy wagon. They open it up. She sees her legs, and then she peeks out like, huh? And then Clemente's like, "Fuck, take off." So they slowly take off,
very slowly.
They're on the fucking bridges of the Keys. They don't stop for fucking miles.
And I believe it's Delva who calls in it. It's like, let him go.
Yeah, because they have to have a chopper come out.
The fucking chopper.
And it's like, and he's like, yeah, Delvy's like, we don't have anything on him. We know he's the biggest drug kingpin in Miami, but we have nothing on him. He's that clean. So they let him go. Yeah. And drives right by Crockett and Tubbs, and there's like, oh, that motherfucker.
All the mustachioed men of Miami.
Right.
Of course, Tubbs has to deal with Crockett complaining about his love life. And he's like, man, gotta start listening to your dick and start listening to your heart.
Right.
Yeah.
And of course,
he goes, look, man.
Yeah, he says,
look,
man.
It makes your dick hard, but it makes your brain soft.
Yeah, because he's a black man, and black men can deliver that line so perfectly.
Yeah.
And of course, Sonny's like, are you speaking some other language? I don't understand.
He's in the fog. I told you, girl.
What's the fog?
What's the fog?
I always
get
bring
mesmerized by
Murray,
it. I know you. I know you're above us. You're superhuman.
Yeah.
Like you're a man with testosterone. You understand what it is. We've all been there. Every guy listening's nodding his head.
I
Damn,
always
you're
bring
right.
my fog light.
Like always. So Clemente calls the cops, the police station, and he's like, "Look, I saw that coming from a mile away. My sister has great legs. That chick's legs were 10 out of an 8. Right?
Look like dancer's legs.
Right.
I just want one more chance to see my sister dance. I still don't know what this has to do with anything." But he says that.
I don't know.
Meanwhile, Sonny, totally neglecting his work, he calls up Kelly. And then we cut back to the room Kelly was in, and she's just watching the phone ring.
Yeah.
And then we get a disgusting shot of a shirtless nude.
Oh, God, it's this scene?
Yeah. It's definitely Miami, because he says that on the balcony. He had weird pants where the back was higher than the front. I don't know what's going on with his pants. Shirtless, peck jellied all over his chest.
You know
that was the first time I've ever seen peck jelly not work, Griff. It actually made his chest
I'm going to let
worse.
you and Matt take this scene. I can't.
Oh, I was watching this episode, and my daughter, who's 20, walked in during this moment, and she's like, "Why is he oiled up like a little baby?" and then had the question. This is a great 20-year-old mind. She goes, "Why was everybody in the 80s either really cute or really ugly?"
That's a question for the ages. I don't have tell her. There's no answer for that. Yep. It's a fact.
Oh.
So she's
on Friday nights.
Yeah, and she's just like, "Hey, do your thing." And he's like, "You ready? Do your thing." And then he gives him one of the most awful stage slats I've ever seen. Misses her by a mile, but she sells it.
Yeah.
And then Sonny, he's like, he knows something's up, but he's in that fog. He's just like, I don't know, I'm confused. Cut to Dova. We haven't seen him in a while. He's gonna confront Maria. He's like, I want this Clemente guy so bad. I don't care if she's I don't know. Maybe she's not from Miami. You think if she was in witness protection, they take her out of her hometown. They would take her somewhere far away.
Far away.
Canada or some shit.
The other side of town.
It would make some kind of sense.
She just got off her jazzercise routines because she's drenched in sweat too.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Hey, bitch, come on, stop!" She runs off. I mean, basically that was the energy he was giving off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
the subtext, very good.
Yeah. She runs to her apartment, gets in. The comic relief character is what was his name?
High-Tack, man.
I don't remember, but he's like, your side door was open, your sliding door go. And we're supposed to, we get a good hearty chuckle out of that as he frightens the hell out of her.
Yeah. And we get a nice scene transition where it kind of comes through and it scans her apartment. And to show how innocent she is, ballet shoes on her, nightstand or whatever it was, piece of furniture in her living room, a little creamsicle kitten walking across.
There was
beautiful.
Like a lamp with a clown, shaped like a clown or some shit.
playing a little instrument or something.
Yeah,
she's so innocent.
But is she innocent?
Yeah.
Because we learned that she's like, look, my brother killed my husband. He's fucking crazy. I'm not gonna do this shit. I don't care what. And then Dalvey, classic Fed move. Well, how about we take away your protection? How about that?
Yeah.
And you can just see like the cop in the back disgusted. He's just like,
well, yeah, because he's a local cop. And apparently this Miami Vice teaches local cops are actually really good cops, but the feds are the fucking horrible people. Right. The feds were behind the Michigan militia that tried to capture Whitmer.
Yeah,
and also the feds were behind January 6th.
And they're also behind the election. It all comes into...
The feds have been behind everything.
Goddamn feds. Shame on you, feds. Sonny arrives at that safe house / beach house because Cully ran there because she got her ass beat by her husband. Or at least that's what Sonny thinks.
Yeah.
So she's lying in the bed, and she's all bruised up. And she's just like, look, this is where we see their grift. This is the move they do. It's like, look.
I don't like how long you lingered on grift before you worked in the tea.
I heard what you did there.
Yeah, I see what you did there.
We know what a low life you are. I'm just saying. Goblin grift. We know.
Look. I've only lost $10 tonight on my bets. All right.
Okay.
Not a true low life yet.
You'll be selling drugs.
Night's not over. Hold on.
Yeah, that's right. The night's not over. As soon as we get done, I'm just fucking dropping.
Right.
Dropping.
So, Collie's like, look, Charlie he found 2 keys of coke. I said you were a dealer. We were working on a deal. Can you just buy this coke off my husband? Only 60 G's. Sonny immediately goes, is it pure?
Well, Sonny was like, that's really cheap.
Well, she's like, he's got to unload it. And he's like, is it pure? Fuck, pure as driven snow.
Yeah.
All right, I'll do that. Do you want me to kill him?
I like that he asked about the state of the bag.
Yes, it was not in a Ziploc.
That's right.
It was perfectly wrapped.
Were there any duct tape on it?
Of course there was. It's got to hold it that shape.
Exactly. So he's hearing all the context clues he needs to hear. So he's a good detective is what I'm trying to say. I'm giving Don Johnson some credit here, Murray. Trying to.
So he's like, all right, I'll meet, because she's like, he wants to meet you. Of course, that location we saw at the beginning of the movie, the TV show. She's like,
Matt, no. What do you call that location?
Sand dunes?
Once again, I'm melding of the minds between me and Matt.
I hate it.
So he takes off. As soon as he walks out, Ted, shirtless still, walks out of the bathroom. You hear the toilet flush.
Yep.
He's just like, did you guys make it? Because that's what you had to say in 80s TV. Make it.
That's right. This is probably the most tender moment in the show because he actually asked, "How's your eye?"
And she's like, "It's going away. It's fine, you know."
And she likes him. She likes Burnett so much because she asked Ted to not shoot him in the face.
Yes, don't shoot him in the face. His face is too beautiful.
He's old-fashioned. Yeah. Don't shoot him in the face.
Well, no, she said they didn't have sex because he's old-fashioned.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So now we get a nice zoom in on Don Johnson's nipples. We linger on that shot. Danzig must have shot that shot because it lingers.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's in Don's contract.
Right. And they're taping him up. They're wiring him up because he's in on it. He knows this woman's no good. She's a femme fatale.
I like the guy
She's a little Miss Dangerous.
Who he had taping him up had 8 different lengths of tape down from his hand down to his forearm.
Yeah, it was very like a lot of shit going on.
Because it was like I gotta find the right length of tape.
He had reel-to-reel like tape recorder on his back. Like it was like I think they're gonna see through it. That was why they wore such baggy clothes because you could hide all your wires.
Oh, that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
He did go into that heist with like a proto pack on his back.
And then you gonna say something, Matt?
No, I'm with you.
All right, so Rico comes in. He's seeing his brother's in pain. He's just like, dude, what can I do for you? And then Sonny just goes, brother, the head and the heart, Rico, I'd like to get them together just once. Right. And we just feel the pain that Sonny's going through.
I just want to imagine either of you guys going up to middle school, elementary
I would have
school,
been in elementary school, yeah.
Sweetheart. I got both of them covered. With that written and a note.
I'm going to send a DM to someone tonight for that.
And a little note and just like hand it off. And they're just like, this guy, He's a poet. I gotta get with him.
He's just searching for a heart, baby.
This could have been you guys.
Yeah.
Minus the peach jacket.
Exactly. And Sonny goes to a guy. He's like, "Hey, did you give me that armored Kinjitashi case I asked about?" And he's like, "Okay." And now we need to give Rico something to do. So, like, why don't you go off? Because I guess he got like a lead on where that messenger was.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So he's
with his pump sawed-off shotgun with a pump.
Yeah.
Isn't that the saddest little gun ever?
Could fuck you up though.
Probably.
Probably.
Well, I don't know.
There's a reason why sawed-off shotguns are illegal.
I haven't been shot recently, so I don't know.
Well, that's
not pleasant. He's holed up in like a trailer or like a storage bin. I don't know what he was.
A silo or some kind.
Yeah. And fucking Rico just busts in. Freeze, motherfucker! And he's like, I don't know. I'm a dentist from Nicaragua. You know, I just came here to start my Nicaraguan Beatles cover band. And he's like, I'm innocent. All I know is he just wants to see Maria dance again. And it sets something off in Rico. I have no idea. I'm still lost with this dancing shit. But now we cut to this. They're going to really do the deal with Clemente meeting his sister, Maria. So we're at like a concrete sewer making factory. What the fuck is this place?
It looks like an Act 3 action location.
Yeah, I'm getting that vibe too. And we see Maria, the real Maria's there.
The real Maria.
And we see that limo show up again. And then James Caan comes out of the back seat.
Yeah.
And he had a very James Caan vibe going on. And and then we're all worried that he's gonna kill his sister, but he just wanted to see her dance, Griff. So he embraces her. Okay, and she flicks out the switch. It would have been so much better if we got a John Woo butterfly knife reveal. Doves flying.
Then you have to have doves flying in the background in slow motion as well.
Well, yeah. Murray pointed this out. If you look closely at her dress, it's feather and feet. Like it's a white dress with yellow markings on it, and the markings are the feathers of a dove and the feet of a dove. So in a way,
silhouette of a dove, in other words.
In a way, it was a subtle nod to John Woo.
Or pockets big enough for a giant ass blade.
Yeah, that too.
Or did John Woo get the idea from this Miami Vice?
Or that. Oh. Very interesting.
And so she just stabs him repeatedly in the stomach.
Yeah.
I had to. This is the more horrible acting. There's not great acting from the supporting cast. In this
you
episode.
didn't like the acting.
Yeah, this was her Lady Macbeth moment.
Yeah, you're right, because she had her hand covered in blood, and she's like, "Out damn spot." She like did the whole soliloquy. And then this is where me and Griff, I think you're right, Griff. You had a dove eye, not an eagle-eyed dove eye.
I did.
The guy from the beginning that we talked about for 5 hours, he's the sniper.
The driver, Matt.
Yes.
He's the sniper.
This is what it sounds like when doves die.
I know that reference.
Yeah, okay. So, yes, Mr. Poodle Pompadour, expert shot, and he kills Maria.
I love that guy was around. You know, when I text Murray as soon as because I was like, oh, Murray's going to text me about this guy. I was like, we talked about it a couple weeks ago, about my Ryan Gosling trip through Drive.
Yeah.
I want this guy in Drive. This guy tells the story.
I want 10 minutes of this guy getting the assignment and preparing for the assignment.
Yes.
And then leaving the house, getting breakfast, and then going to the location for his assignment.
Oh my God, I want that.
You could have made this into a 2-hour Miami Vice movie easily.
Oh my God.
And it would have been a 3-hour Golan-Globus Theater Tippy-Tap.
What if they did that with what if there was a Miami Vice show, but then they did 10-minute, instead of airing it on TV, they did 10-minute little side pieces about that character that they release on YouTube or something.
Vignettes.
Little vignettes. Thank you. Oh, we're going into wrestling terms.
Now we're heading to the finish line here.
Oh, yeah.
Sonny is at the sand dunes. Perfect name for this place.
Mm.
Or wait, no, before that happened. No, I'm right. I'm lost here.
You got it. You're right.
Okay, he's heading to the sand dunes for the setup. This is their move. And he gets out, and Charlie shows up. And Charlie just whips out a gun, fires it at Sonny. Sonny has that Kinjitache case. Boom. It's blown off over the side of his car, but it hits the case. And then who's the other guy? He's another regular.
Zito, the fine character actor John Deals. Yeah, on top of a sand dune with a gun.
And he takes out our boy Ted. They shoot like cops. They shoot him like 20 times. And there's absolutely no blood. He does a great death throw. He's like, ah, and collapses.
Also a big tragedy that Ted has to die to the song Cry by Godley and Cream. Look them up. I think they were one-hit wonders.
Yeah, I do. I remember this song too. Griff was like singing the song nonstop before we got a hold of you. So yeah,
okay.
You think you had it wrong.
I don't know the song. I just really enjoyed it.
That's fine.
Yeah, we're once again mind meld, Matt. We're on the same page.
Yeah, Ted's dead, baby. Ted's dead.
So now we're back at the other location where all the people got killed. Dalby swallowed his gum. He's so distraught. And he says, I thought he was dead for a second because they're staring off into nowhere. I'm like, fuck, did the sniper kill him too? But no, he's dead to fucking Castillo.
His juicy.
That's right. Well, and there was the two body bags were the same yellow as the dude who got shot in the first episode. But then, yeah, Castillo just looks down at him and doesn't even take the energy to shake his head in disappointment. He just glares at him.
Right. It's just like, you disgust me.
I love that shot. I love this captain, and that shot sold him for me.
How about his mustache? What do you think?
Oh, he's great. Got a great mustache.
Yeah. Okay.
I loved it.
His mustache could kick all our asses.
Exactly. Now we're on the beach. Cully is making sandcastle. Not very good at it. That's not her strength.
Think about it though. We just saw. Oh, go ahead, man.
Oh, it's just to fade from that moment, and then she's making sandcastles because of the dunes. Cool.
We were seeing the cops were arriving and using the metal detectors to figure out that Charlie was hiding cars under the dunes, and now she's making these weird sand structures with little Hot Wheels.
She's hiding
in them.
her innocence under the dunes.
This is poetic.
Yeah,
it's back to the foreshadows.
Yeah,
this is back to the foreshadows. Yes,
I love that. Thank you. So she sees off in the distance a beautiful Charlie walking toward her. It's like a mirage because it is a mirage because it's really sunny. And Sonny walks up to her.
Okay, even I, not a fan of Don Johnson. And they do this one-on-one comparison where they're like, oh, look, it's Ted Nugent walking to you with just a blazer and no shirt. And then it's Don Johnson with his lavender pants. I'm still selecting Don Johnson, those lavender pants.
Who's saying, yeah, we're all in agreement. What are you talking about?
I just think it was a silly thing to show that Kayleigh wants...
No. It's not what she wants. She thinks he got the job done. So she's kind of so delusional. She thinks, oh, Charlie's back. We're going to do our grifting some more.
So you're saying she's more relieved in this moment.
Well, no. She's so delusional. She thinks we did it again, Charlie, because they never reckoned with somebody like Sonny. So she's like, oh, it's Charlie again.
Her expectation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's crushed because it's Sonny, and she knows what's going to happen.
So she's crushed.
Well, she's crushed because she knows she's going to go to jail.
Oh.
It also helps when the out-of-nowhere helicopter shows up.
Oh,
yes.
My God,
somebody just wanted to use a helicopter for this episode.
Yeah.
Because, she's like, and she's, I'll give it up to her. Like her job is men because she doesn't stop working. She's just like, Sonny, the beaches on France are so much whiter, Why don't you just run away with me? Sonny's not hearing any of it. The fog has lifted. He's just like, I see you for who you are. And then it's like you said, a chopper shows up. They can't have a cop car show up. A chopper shows up to arrest her.
Oh, I think cop cars on the sand, that might be a little difficult. But yeah, and then he puts on his hater blockers, doesn't want to hear her at all.
Hater blockers.
You can't see what I'm thinking. I'm Sonny Crockett.
And then they take her away, and they're giving her Miranda rights, and she's flirting with these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, God, you're crushed over Sonny for about 3 seconds, and then you're putting your arms around a guy who's built like me. Way to go.
She's a femme fatale. She's a man-eater. And you know what, guys? I believe
that's a good song.
I believe she conned them, and she had them fly her away to
100%. And Don knew that. Oh, excuse me, Sonny knew that.
Condom, not condom.
Wait, what did I say?
Oh, I'm kidding.
He was doing a joke.
Wait, we do jokes on this show?
We try.
We try?
Wow. How do you feel about Miami Vice now, Grip?
How do I feel?
Are you coming around to it?
I love Rico.
Because he's hardly in it.
I want him more in the show. He's like my Branscombe for this show.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, Don Johnson is a complete piece of shit, Lorenzo Lamas style.
Okay.
Wow.
And his assistant brings him up higher. I want more Rico. I want more Branscombe. I love the captain in this show. He has no emotion. We're so used to the captain who's always chewing out the crew, our main characters. And this captain, I wanna know that he's doing okay in life. I want to know more about him. This is the millennial perspective. I want to know. I don't want him to be a sad millennial cowboy or whatever the fuck AEW is doing with Paige. I just want to know that this guy's doing okay. But I love him. He's so good. He has no emotion. He's like, I work 8 hours a day, and then I go home. And I feel
Go home to my cat, and I don't have a wife.
You don't think... Wait, is he married?
I don't know.
That's what I'm asking Matt.
Do we know the backstory of Castillo?
And that's the great thing is that there's a few episodes where you get his past, and sometimes, of course, his past comes back to Miami. But no, we there's enough of a mystery about him. So I can find out the episodes that are very Tubbs and Castillo centric, if that'll help you.
I think it would.
I think it will, because I think we got a new regular guest for our show.
For fucking sure. Like, we need to figure out what's going on with Castillo, because he's the best character.
Yeah. So, Matt, thanks for coming on. You've hit a home run, buddy.
This was fun.
Yeah, we had fun too.
Yeah, it was.
You're officially in the family of G&G now.
Yeah. And it's not like a jugular family.
No, it's like the mob or the Girl Scouts. You never really get out.
Oh, you don't.
Oh God, no.
You go out on your back.
Yeah.
In a body bag. That's how it happens. Sorry.
Yeah, we talk about people sending us letters. We also send letters. And we said, oh my God. Yeah.
I'll take the letter Q, L, Z.
You're going to get more than that, buddy.
I know I will.
You're going to get about 23 more letters in various
You're giving them the whole alphabet. Wow.
Yeah, we're going to give them the whole fucking alphabet.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, that's what we do.
And a soup.
So thank you very much, Matt. This was Tippy-Tap 30 blah, 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 blah.
Something.
And I don't know, we don't have a sign off for these things, so we'll just see you for our next Tippy-Tap. Bye.